Yeah, God, that chair shot was so bad that Brian had to put on his concussion sunglasses.
I have COPD. No. ADHD. No. MTV. No, they're going. What's that brain injury again? It's never good when you can't.
BB's Fox News.
Oh, it's not good when you can't remember the name of the brain injury you're making a joke of. That's fucking.
Oh, I know it now. It's RFK.
Oh, fuck you. Oh no. I've got brain worms. That's it. I'm in. Don't we all? I mean, hey, that's that. Listen, I've been playing Baldur's Gate. They literally have brain worms. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
okay with it now. I'm okay.
So, yeah, brain
I'm
worms
okay.
and no vaccines. That should tell you that Baldur's Gate was right the whole time.
Fuck me.
If that is not a sign of where American health is going, yeah, maybe roll a d20.
I mean, eat the D20. Fucking cast wish. Fucking pray to do a different god, because the one
Yeah.
they're fucking leaning to, the signpost that they're leaning to is pointing directly fucking downwards, all the way
Yes.
to Venezuela. Topical
And
humor here on Nerds Heroes.
give it a few weeks and it'll be going up north.
Ooh, I'm gonna go shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, going shopping for rare earth minerals.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna go to Belfast. Um,
To be fair, actually, I'd actually prefer that because at least then, like, Belfast would tell them to fuck off.
JBL's talking. Quick, mute.
I was about to say, shit, we better wrap up this match. JPL's cutting a promo. This is genuine, by the way. Like once he finishes the promo, he's going to interfere in the match. So, like, while Shawn Michaels, in his eternal wisdom, wants to get this match done in 3 minutes, what you really want to do is get this match done in two, so that JBL doesn't interfere in the match.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Essentially, yeah. Like you're actually like in fairness, his verbosity is actually like helping in this manner because if he keeps talking, we have more chance of beating Randy Orton.
Here he comes, the big slug of a man. Big slug of a Texan. That's what he is.
Yep.
Although you know what? Don't watch documentaries because they do change your mind about things. And I watched from the Wrestling Fan Wrestling show a documentary about Bradshaw, and I almost thought he was good.
It's the power of a
It was
documentary. Like
so good. Like
yeah.
I came away from going, maybe he wasn't actually that bad.
Mm.
What would you? I mean, rating system for JBL?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Oh, you see, this is the thing. Like again, my opinion, like it depends on like how qualified everyone's wrestling opinion is. Like overall, like again, my the majority of my wrestling diet is from that kind of era of SmackDown where he was top heel. You know, like I don't. I would say like it reflects a period of that time where I watched quite a lot of wrestling. Um, and while I wouldn't necessarily say he was the best around,
Hmm.
he filled a purpose. Like he ticked a box. And in fairness, like a lot of like those kind of like being a capitalist heel is a very easy gig to do. Just look at Ted DiBiase, for example. He's a master at it. All he literally has to do is just have like a
I I
distinct.
I I thought I thought you were shooting for a sec there, but please continue.
No,
Um,
I was gonna say, but like that's a character that you can that's easy to do in a sense.
reason to
Um,
lose.
a lot of people can do capitalist heel, and you don't even have to be in wrestling to do that.
Even
Um,
like characters are one thing, but his in ring work was never insulting. He was always where he should have been. The promos are the promos. You either,
mm,
I mean, character, storytelling, verbiage is verbiage. But to actually have
mm.
him, he was never bad.
No, he was fine. I think the problem was that like he's also compare like he is also directly in the ring most days with Ron Simmons, who I think broadly speaking is kind of underrated as a wrestler because you
Mm.
only really see him in the WWF where he's kind of like past the peak of his powers at that point. But if you look at WCW or well, not WCW, I suppose like AWA, not AWA, geez, NWA, Ron Simmons, like he's a physical specimen. He is a pure athlete. Um, And again, it's also the fact that like he's more of a powerhouse. He's more of an actual, shall we say, grappler wrestler, whereas Bradshaw is kind of like a super fan of Stan Hansen. And I think that's the key thing as well. Actually, I think when you put Bradshaw in a conversation, you immediately think of the people that he was inspired by. And obviously, if I remember correctly, he was booked to be the son of a previous wrestler. Like I don't think he has an actual direct relation to anybody, but he was just in that kind of midst of like, here's the next set of like, roughnecks essentially. Here's the tough guys type of people coming in. Because he started off in a tag team, did Bradshaw, and it wasn't with Farouk at the time. So at the very least, like you could say, there's something there to be said. Like when you start thinking about Bradshaw, you're just immediately going to compare him to the original, which is Stan Hansen, and Stan Hansen is terrifying. Like
Yeah.
he is like you go back to any All Japan match that he's done, and he's just like there's a fear in the room. Like there's nothing to say that he's not going to turn around and just assault a random like salary man for looking at him wrong. He plays that like belligerent arsehole American so well that it's kind of like you're forgiven of thinking that that's all he can do. But again, like being a heel in Japan, that is absolutely the perfect niche, and that's I think Jared Bradshaw's great skill is find that niche of being a heel in a specific moment in time and running with it. If
And
it
he,
wasn't
but
being like Mr. Wall Street, it was also being Mr. Racist with Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio.
but even outside like his heel work, obviously got him to the dance and got him the belt. But
Yeah.
the his face work, in the APA, just the detail, the level of
Hmm.
at the table playing the game. Like he has chops. He
Yeah.
he's he does have chops, but so much of what I think is missed today,
Hmm.
people don't have that anymore. Like,
It's hard for people to just pick out and it's to be able to just be comfortable in doing their bits. Again, like APA were happy enough. Again, I'm speaking on behalf of them here, but I think they were happy enough in the Attitude Era being just the distraction or the palate cleanser in between Stone Cold and The Rock. You know what I mean? Like you pop in to see what's happening. Oh, the shit with like knock on the door, even though you can go around. That stuff's
yeah,
funny. It's a good little fucking Naked Gun gag. Um, and I think that's what it is. It's like it's a little gag in between, and then it's a kind of thing where like it's nice to see them on TV, but you wouldn't watch Raw specifically for them.
no,
They're in the ensemble. They are part of the crew
yes,
type of thing.
very like
And those are the
there's
people that
no.
are missing nowadays.
I don't think enough people appreciate the quality of a really good side act.
The side acts don't appreciate it either.
They're my favorite. I love a side act. I love a lower to mid card. Are all my favorite people. All my favorite moments.
Mm,
I was never like, yeah, they don't steal me heart. I'm a
yeah,
very much the perennial Disney sidekick.
yeah.
They're the ones they're the ones you buy the toy of.
Mm,
They're the ones you really adore. When you can just
yeah.
see where, like, I don't connect
Mm,
to any like the one of the better angles I've seen. And I've seen this will tell you when I dropped out was like all the Judgment Day stuff.
yeah.
Right as Dom was becoming kind of just as he got with Liv Morgan, I just kind of dropped out of most
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah.
But I love that. I just love seeing a bunch of goofy people in like fucking JD and Carlito pulling faces in the background. It's
Mm.
just great fucking. But no one wants to commit to the gag, and no one seems to be able to commit to the gag. Everything has to be so fucking serious.
Well, yeah, that's also like it's a misreading of what the like average wrestling fan wants nowadays as well. Like it is a kind of thing where like we are living through a bit of a subculture period at the moment where every wrestler has like kind of a secular fan base, like and they're
Yeah.
almost it's that kind of Swifty effect of it where you know every women's wrestler has their own kind of subsection of fans. Even people who quite frankly shouldn't have fans. Like, why does Nia Jax have a following? I don't know, but she does, and they're perfectly valid in their belief that she is their favorite wrestler. That's great. Like, good on them. Nothing wrong with that. But that's also kind of reflects the fact that now because you have this kind of like overinflated want for them to be the top star, you don't appreciate everyone else in the ensemble. You know what I mean? Like it's now that's in all sports as well. Like I mean, like the cult of personality between from like the likes of LeBron James is taken away from like other basketball players. So when you want to see LeBron in the team, you don't really care about who else is that's on the court with him. You just want to see LeBron. Um,
I just
I think
don't
tennis would
understand.
have suffered a little like tennis is one of the few sports I think they actually never suffered from having like that generation of Nadal Federer because behind them was Murray Djokovic and then behind them was like and then I'm not even talking about women's tennis as well, which was far more like evenly distributed.
But that's
So people were watching for the sake of the sport then, you know?
tennis is a great kayfabe comparison
Yeah.
of what wrestling is, because it's
Mm.
one-to-one, personality versus personality and all of that.
Yeah.
Set rules, the court and the ring. It's perfect kayfabe analogy. But my dearest darling Mr. Regal has repopulated on my timelines,
Mm.
as is his wont. Whenever he's there, he's welcome. And he took 35 minutes to answer a simple question. Like,
Mm.
there's glorious rambling man that he is. It's still my beating heart for him. But he went through the stages of WWE to where he nearly was going to and was pipped to be the next world champion.
Yeah.
But he did that. He went from the opening, middle, he went through all of this winding road of how to endear yourself to an audience. And
Yeah.
people don't do that anymore. They do it so half-assed where let's take a modern equivalent. Carmelo Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing that man. Nothing
Okay.
him. Nothing. I don't click with him. I don't get him. I don't understand. He's not for me. And I don't know why.
All right.
And I look at all the stuff he did with, like, things he did with Miz, and I'm just like, he's just not there.
Mm.
He's not there to use modern parlance. He's not that guy.
Sure.
Whereas you will take the likes of an Omos who walks to the ring like a fucking dork.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But there's something so fucking endearing about it where you're just like,
Mm.
this is great. Kiss him, Jonathan. Kiss him. Um
Right. A quick time event in Smackdown versus Raw 2010, no less.
yeah.
What in the fucking Shenmue is this?
How dare I evoke
Fucking
the
Quantic Dream took
glory of
over
old.
this section of the fucking playthrough, apparently.
But there's something like even Triple H was willing to be a goofy goober. People
Mm.
are they're just not modern, specifically modern WWE wrestlers aren't as talented as this generation. As performers, actors, on-screen talent, they
Mm.
are far better in ring performers. They are mind-bogglingly athletic.
Yeah.
But
Do you know what? I think I think that's the element of it in a sense, is that like I think we've had this conversation before on this playthrough about how the lack of house shows or the lesser house shows is giving kind of people a chance to kind of evolve and mature and to try stuff out. You know, like everything when you're in the WWE realm, you're kind of stuck there in that respect. Like you can't just like do a little job. Like you can do a little job in the indies if you're like if you ask nicely enough. But that means like you might have to like go through corporate and like be very specific with who you work with and all that sort of stuff.
like
Basically,
there's
the hoops you jump through is not necessarily worth the hassle of actually wrestling the show,
But
unless
there's
you're
level.
like
Like, look
doing
at
a
take
favor.
it. Look, take Cena, take Cody. Right. Pick your paradigm. Your paragon. Um, everything is an opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm looking at fucking Cody stuff. Literally from what Dusty said, maximize your minutes.
Yes.
John Cena, famously, I took the US title as an opportunity. You took it as a demotion. This
Mm.
mentality of being able to get something out of this moment is something that just doesn't seem to be there. It's just not there. They would rather be told they're doing good than actually doing good.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what you have to be. But like,
Yeah.
there's something in being able to be like, great, I got a house show tonight, which means I'm gonna try this, I'm
Mm.
gonna try that, I'm gonna. It's just there doesn't seem to be that level of detail and artistry, and obviously it's far more corporate, and there's no real. They've run the risk
Mm.
out of, out of wrestling now.
I think you
Where,
have it there, Brian. I think it's because like if you try and it's that kind of thing where like to use a metaphor, if you're trying to like go for a pass, go for an overtake in that respect, there's a chance you fuck it up. But like again, it's would you rather like stay in the middle of the pack in a proverbial peloton or try and break away? And if you try and break away and you fumble and you fuck it up, then that's it. That's your mistake.
like,
I think the difference is, especially in like this kind of very corporate level of like WWE, and again, it's not all of its fault. It's TKO and the way they want to kind of like present their product, their product. In the end, it's their product now. So some people are gonna have to stay in their lanes until it is time to move. And I think that's where the level of frustration is that like kind of people feel like they have to like shock and awe with the 5 and 10 minutes that they have, and the only way they can do that basically is do a whole lot of fucking flips. Whereas maybe go the
yeah,
opposite way, and someone actually will credit for this in like using their time perfectly, knowing that they don't particularly have a massive spot on the card, but maximizing it is probably Chelsea Green.
yeah,
Um, like Chelsea Green is somebody who like gets a couple of segments here and there on SmackDown, a little bit of work on the socials, lovely bit of like kind of like banter with Piper Niven and with Kaylee Ray and all that. But it's the same difference where like as you said, use the time that you have, and she was rewarded by becoming the US champion. And like again, much like a lot of like mid card heels like that do this, they fully embrace the US stuff and make it their shtick. It's like coming out with like the fucking like the fucking like she's a presidential candidate or something like that. But that's funny. Like there's a funny shtick
oh,
to
it's
that,
great.
and it's
But
low
there's
risk and it's not doing anyone harm. It's perfect for her character because of because it sounds like something she'd do. You know what I mean? Like no, like
it,
no one's going wrong there in that sense. You know?
there's a level of, I'm gonna, all right, I've got it. I'm gonna make it mine. The or truth of it all.
Yes. Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
a case study for you. Tajiri versus Nakamura.
Mm.
Tajiri, brilliant, physical, amazing, imposing, one of the most dynamic fucking move sets of anybody. Fully captured my fucking heart. He's the man.
Mm.
Nakamura, same, dynamic, amazing, imposing, one of the most dynamic move sets you'll ever see. Tajiri is more over and will forever be more over because he's able to be goofy and silly. He's able to play.
Mm.
Nakamura
Again,
never
I
really.
want to defend Nakamura there a little bit as well because I think Nakamura would be capable of it if there was a reason to do it. I think the reason like Tajiri was able to be goofy because he was so diminutive. The problem is that like people know who Shinsuke Nakamura is because of his work from New Japan, so people are expecting a certain flavor of that wrestler, and if they see him like being silly and acting the bollocks, the immediate discourse is, "Oh, they buried him. Oh, they're doing some like super shit." Like remember, like the conversation we were having about the AJ Styles match at WrestleMania. Immediate people were going like the stuff after that feud, like is probably the goofiest that Nakamura has kind of been. Like the not like the immediate aftermath of that feud, but like the year or so afterwards, where he was being a little bit like chaotic and stuff like that, and like just be like leaning into his eccentric side. But people just kind of wanted to see him wrestle and be like NXT Nakamura. And maybe it's because you have such a direct comparison, uh, if you like, of the different flavors of wrestler this person could be. I think that might kind of like eschew it as to a certain degree because the majority of people would not have seen Tajiri's work before he went into WWF. Therefore, there's only
Okay.
one point of reference.
Yeah.
But if you were to see Tajiri from like say All Japan, where he's been an absolute fucking killer, then you're going, Where's this guy ever been? Of Funaki, for example, again
Yeah.
another Japanese wrestler,
Yeah.
and again this is a terrible stereotype that WWE had with like Japanese wrestlers for a long time was that they had to be sneaky, they had to be stealthy, they had to be conniving, they had to be like the fucking Pearl Harbor aspect of it, which is still used to this day, which is fucking ridiculous. And that's like fucking that's like going to Finley going, oh my god, oh my bombing. It's like stop that. That's fucking terrible. You
Shillelagh
know?
Leprechaun.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. Yeah. But it's the same aspect of it, like where like Funaki is a genuine wrestler. Taka Michinoku is a serious wrestler. But in the WWE sphere, Taka Michinoku is known for flying out of a Royal Rumble and smashing his fucking face off the mat. That's what he's known for. Like they're jobbers. They are cannon fodder, literally to be fired out of a cannon. But these are genuine wrestlers. Depending on who you ask, some people enjoy that, like, overly cartoonish aspect of them just like going in and being hired goons, like fucking like, enemy villain of the week on a Power Rangers episode, or the guy who actually made Michinoku Driver a serious move. So
But
it depends on who you ask. And
there's
wrestling
a
is such a
there's an attitude. There is an attitude.
mm,
That's what it is. There is no more attitude in wrestling.
mm,
It is no longer WWF attitude.
yeah,
It's WWE Stranger Things crossover,
yeah,
fucking Slim Jim. It's just this funnel for fuckery and corporation. Whereas, don't get in the way of the ads, lads. Don't get in the way of
yeah.
the ads.
And
Where
that's
it's,
WWE's fault for doing that. Is
but
putting
it's,
is putting that
but
ahead
it's
of the
actually,
actual content.
it's back ass words.
Mm,
It's inherently, technically incorrect of how you should be as a media entity. You are
mm,
to be an auteur and have a narrative and have a point to what you're fucking doing.
mm,
And then you tailor the ads around that. You don't
yeah.
tailor your product around the fucking ads because you alienate your fucking fan. But you just don't have a fucking audience. You have consumers.
Yeah.
That's all WWE has ever been, but they
Yes.
sold it differently. They
It's the way you do
sold
it.
it
It's
differently.
it's the way you do
Lied.
it. Yeah.
Capitalism is just lie to me better. Just lie to me better. Don't tell me
Yeah.
you're going to take the oil. Tell me you're doing something else.
Yeah.
Actually, fucking give me the benefit of
Yeah.
a fucking mental, fucking cognizant, fucking off-road into maybe believing you. Whereas the way, it's the way you serve a meal. It's the way you
Yeah. Yeah.
plate it. It's the way it you present
Mm,
yourself.
mm,
It's the as is evident by you. Like you know very well. Everything behind me was hand selected and placed there. I am
yeah.
creating an idea of who I am behind me, which should
Yes.
inform you of who I am. There's detail in it.
Mm.
Like I so much so I was like, who the fuck? Who the fuck puts James Acaster with Fight Club? Me. I do. What's this Hurley doing here? Fucking nothing.
It's just in case you have any intruders, Brian. Obviously, you know.
Yeah, but conveniently placed right beside the little book of ham.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
There's
Ham for
just like
Sam.
and there's accidental detail in it, like you know damn
Yeah.
well. Fucking chaos. Chaos is a natural pattern of nature,
Correct.
of which doesn't exist in most modern media landscapes, and WWE is a perfect synopsis of that.
Yeah.
That they would rather have Jake Paul
Mm.
than LA Knight.
Yeah.
You would rather see John Cena